Back in 2004, a pop-up showed up on my computer screen, and little did I know that this pop-up would send me on an adventure that is going on to this day. You see, I was told that I had won $1,000 to travel, and within 3 minutes to call this phone number, which I called. The girl at the other end wasn't making a lot of sense. It kind of reeked like a scam to me, but after being on the phone with her for about 45 minutes, well, it was a free long distance call anyway, so it didn't really matter. I really wanted to find out what this was about. Apparently, for $300, I could travel to Florida for 10 days. Now, with hotel rooms being what they cost, that didn't seem quite right. And I could go on a cruise over to the Bahamas as well. Now, that didn't seem to be quite right either. For $300 for a whole week and a cruise didn't make any sense to me. Something seemed a bit Mickey Mouse about that. So after being on the phone for a while, I said, okay, fine. I'll pay my $300 if, I can find out what this is about. And they said, well, you get to go to Florida for 10 days, and you get to cruise to the Bahamas, and it'll all cost you $300. Oh, there is an incidental port tax to go to Bahamas of $159. But that was really the price of the ticket per person to get on the ship. That's still not too bad. So, okay, I sent them that money too. So I was into it for $459. Not to mention the other $318 to get my parents to Bahamas. And for an extra $100, you can spend 4 days in Cancun. Well, we all know where that led. Okay, so now all the marketers had to do was kind of reel us in, and it all began about here. This right here is the Summer Bay Resort in Orlando, Florida, and that's where it began. We ended up being shown these great lawns and great gardens and wonderful condos and lovely manicured streets right on the premises and man-made lakes and what it's like to live there or vacation there. And it was a nice experience, especially coming from Canada in the winter. Brrr, that looks kind of chilly. But anyway, here we are in front of the hotel, and we're being schmoozed and wined and dined. And look at this man-made lake. It's just beautiful. And here we are going on a little boat ride across the man-made lake, and there's another manicured beautiful street with palm trees, and oh, look at the pleasure of being on the water. Then they took me to the bargaining table where it was time to make a deal. I told them that I don't want much, but they tried to sell me the whole schlemiel. They kept trying to sell me the whole schlemiel, and they wouldn't listen to what I said. Here's what they gave me for a price. When I said no, they kept trying to push me into it. And I kept saying no. I kept saying no. There's no way in hell I'm paying $80,000 for no vacation. Like, forget it. I told them that when I take a vacation, I throw a tent in the back of my car and I go wherever I go. And that's the end of that. That's all I need. Oh, but can we interest you in something smaller, said the woman with the contact lenses that gave her brown eyes a blue look to them. And she was staring at me like a hawk. And I just said to her, no, forget it. You blew this sale. Forget it. Okay, you can pick up your complimentary theme park tickets in the office around the corner. To be fair, Epcot Center was quite a treat. You could tour the whole world in one afternoon. You had palm trees. You had flower gardens. I mean, they had these little yellow flowers. I don't know what the hell they were. You could go to Japan. And you could go to Germany. And you could step into I think that's some more of Germany, but you could step into it anyway. That looked like France. Maybe it's France. I'm not too sure. And here we were in Italy. I think it's Venice. You see the fish sprouting water out. You were in the United States here. This is like a colonial place. And here you're in Venice. Definitely Venice. That looks like a Venice kind of palace to me. And over here they got beautiful flowers surrounding the trees. And over here you're even in somewhere in the Middle East. There's a camel there. And I think this is part of France here with the flowering fountains. And there's me and my dad in front of the Mickey Mouse statue. And this is also part of France. If you look really carefully, you can see me in the window. Oh, we're back in Germany again. Oh man, I must have messed up on... I think I'm getting drunk. There's Mom in the parking lot. And over here we have part of the Epcot Center energy thing. There's part of France. Beautiful manicured gardens. And look at those flowers. So after 2 days in Orlando, it was time for us to pack up for Daytona Beach.